Hey guys, welcome to the channel. This is Bolt from the Blue Tarot. My name is Sam. I'm an intuitive reader and I channel messages for your highest good and the highest good of all. So I channeled a few just signs, symbols, synchronicities. You can use these as confirmation that this reading is for you. If these don't pertain to you, no big deal. Just pay attention to them because they might come up in the next couple of days for you, and you might want to revisit the reading. So first thing I saw was a dream catcher with feathers. I guess most of them have feathers. Outside on a porch or in a window next to a porch. And it looked like somewhere really pretty where it was about to rain. It was really nice. I saw a ladybug crawling on wood grain. I saw a man playing the flute. Honey in one of those bear dispensers, you know, like the affordable honey at the grocery store that comes in a little plastic container that is shaped like a bear. Purple graffiti in like big block letters. Maybe seen from a train, I don't know. Yellow or gold star sticker. And then an illustration of a beaver with the tail curled forward. And it was maybe watercolor illustration. It looked like it was in a book, maybe. I decided to illustrate this to really drive the point home. It was much better than this, is what I'm going to say. I'm showing this to you guys to be vulnerable and to show you that, you know, even if you're beating yourself up right now for all the things that you feel like you can't do, just remember, even you can draw a better beaver than that, okay? Damn it, Jim, I'm a psychic medium, not an illustrator / artist. Okay. So let's get into it today. I think we're going to start with a card from the Archangel Fire Oracle by Alexandra Wenman. Let me check that out. I decided the theme for today is going to be angels, like archangels and aliens is what I went with. So I've got another deck here that's space themed, and we're gonna see what's up in the astral, in the heavens, with some high vibrational beings. This feels right. Damn. Okay. Acatriel, number 34. Sort of the Vitruvian man pose. I'm going to see what the book has to say about this. In the meantime, I'm going to put this here so you can get some good Acatriel energy. Acatriel. Not alphabetical, so bear with me, guys. Well, I'm not seeing him in the... Oh, there he is. Page 111, 111. How about that? I'm filming this very close to January 11th as well. Acatriel, glory. Acatriel is a type of super angel who is one of the angels of the presence, or angels of the face, a group of ultra important angels who work very closely with God or Creator. Acatriel is particularly vital as he is known as the voice of God or the presence of God and sits on the throne of glory. It is for this reason that, unlike most other angels who can sometimes have more subtle energy, when you invoke his presence, it is much easier to distinguish his firm guidance from that of your own thoughts. As he is such a powerful being, When a catriel comes calling, it can seem as though it is actually the voice of God speaking directly to you. You are certainly unlikely to question the experience. As an angel of justice, authority, and direction, a catriel can help you see your own greatness. He can also bring you the gifts of self-sufficiency and capability to enable you to stand on your own 2 feet and trust your own judgment, especially in times of hardship or where your intuition may be challenged. He reminds us not to compare ourselves to the successes of others, but to look within the depths of our own soul in order to see our true magnificence and glory. With a catriel's assistance, as you sit in silence and look within for the answers you seek, you will feel as though you are sitting upon your own throne of glory, as the true master of your own destiny. Known as the revealer of the divine mysteries, a catriel reminds us that we are much more than mere mortals. When we decide to harness our true power, our divine spark ignites, and magic and miracles can become a very real part of our human experience. Message from a catriel: do not compare yourself to others, nor listen to criticism or judgment from those who choose to remain closed to their own hearts. Likewise, do not judge one another. Listen to the voice of God within to know the right course of action to take. All right. So in a word here, I think self-reliance and realizing that your own heart is the ultimate authority here. No one else. Nothing else. There's a vulture in here as well. This gives me some possibly Inca vibes with the llama in there, the mountains. There's also something here about like your knowledge. I'm getting the Vitruvian Man illustration, and your knowledge transcending death here with the vulture. So there's something about remembering that this might not be your first rodeo on Earth. Your soul might be quite an old one, and that you might have more wisdom than you think, and you might just have more wisdom than the authority figures around you. So keep that in the balance. All right, let's see. So next, we're going to look at the 78 Tarot Astral Tarot in Space. And this is a collaboration between a bunch of different artists, so every single card is illustrated by a different artist. This is the first tarot deck I ever owned. Shout out to my friend Diana, if she's watching, for purchasing these for me. These were a gift. All right, I'm going to check these out, these cards. Eight of Swords. And read these intuitively to the degree possible. Page of Swords. The Hermit. I'm getting shaman vibes from this. So if we're looking left to right, this is a very similar pose to one used by shamans to enter trance. And then in the middle here, we have this half, maybe like, this anthropomorphic animal figure. And a lot of shamans, when they go into trance, they go through a portal, which she's standing in front of. And they become often an animal. Like they go through the portal and into trance, into this state where they can shapeshift and they become animals. And sometimes, they'll become a bird and they'll fly over the landscape and they'll be able to predict the location of animal herds with an uncanny degree of precision in real time. And it's more than just like a knowledge of where they're most likely to be. It's supernatural. It's a spiritual gift. And it brings a lot of knowledge. Like, this might be a soul gift. You might be a shaman and you don't know it. And when you're raised outside of a culture that has a framework for teaching you how to deal with this, it can be a lot. So my encouragement, especially if you feel like you're being sort of pestered from the spirit realm, often shamans are, in a lot of traditions, they're chosen by spirit, and they have to go through these initiations, which are not always pleasant, having gone through them myself. So this might be something that we're looking at. This might be something you want to look into. Or this can just be that, a trance state will really benefit you. I was speaking today with someone about, because she deals with sleep paralysis, and there's this method of lucid dreaming that's called wake-induced lucid dreaming, or WILD. And to do this, you purposefully put yourself in a state of sleep paralysis in order to more easily enter this, from that point, enter the lucid dream state. So it's one way to get out of sleep paralysis, is by inducing a lucid dream. So if you've been going through that, look into that, because basically you create this portal with your imagination, and you allow yourself, like you stay calm and you allow yourself to be pulled into a lucid dream and out of, sleep paralysis can be a very scary thing. So relax into it and use your imagination to get out of it. You are a powerful creator, and that is a space of pure creation. You're in a trap that's just like a hiccup of your own mind, from what scientists can tell. So create, a hiccup to get you out. And, maybe shapeshift and become an animal and do fun things. Like alchemize that state of fear of the unknown into one of like joy and creation, of stepping into the unknown and saying, I don't know what the rules here are, so I can do anything I want, instead of I don't know what the rules here are, so I'm scared. That was a bit of a tangent, guys. I feel like someone needed some part of that, so hopefully that hit. I'm now gonna pull from the First Occult Tarot. Robert M. Place is the author and artist. Gosh. See if there's a specific situation we're looking at here. Wow. This is an amazing reading. All right, there's a good deal of nudity in this one, so we're just gonna, for the YouTube. So these are great cards, you guys. We got the Four of Pentacles equivalent here. We got the Lady of Cups. We've got the the Nine of Pentacles and the Three of Cups. And these have different connotations from the Smith weight in this deck. This one has Fortuna on it. This goddess of fate and luck. This is a card of luck. And this is like a beautiful woman, passionate, sensual. So what I'm thinking this is, I mean, you could just be a lucky, beautiful woman, in which case, good for you. But I think what it is luck being a result of Empress energy. This card can be, it can be all different ends of the scale for femininity and for sensuality, sexuality. Like this can be a very lascivious, ego-driven lust, but that's not what I'm getting from this in this reading. I think this is more like embracing your Empress energy, leading to luck. And then this is another card of luck, wealth, success, but this is like luck that is of your own authorship, with Hermes down at the bottom. So this is luck that you create. I feel like this is the creation of a community. So you're leaning into your Empress energy, your receptivity, your spiritual gifts, your divine feminine. And in doing so, this is going to look different for all of you through this co-creative act. What you're attracting, bringing in, or creating is community. And this can be as simple as like you learn about your spiritual gifts, so you connect, you tap in more deeply, and you're brought into community with your ancestors or like spiritual beings who want to reach out to you, who want to help you. Teachers from beyond the veil, right? The woman in here is Isis, and she's the goddess of, amongst other things, magic, like psychic goodies, all the beyond the veil good stuff. So this can be the creation of a spiritual community. But it doesn't have to be, like I said, physical. It doesn't have to be other people necessarily, although they might be able to help you get to that point. This is using your spiritual gifts to create luck and abundance that will be celebrated in community. This is great. Someone here needs to lean into their spiritual gifts. If you're being called in a direction, no matter how weird, if you just have a weird, it's like, I don't know why I want to do this, but I want to do this. And it has anything to do with spirituality or psychology or like altering your consciousness in a spiritual way, not to numb out. Do your research. Make sure that you go about it safely. Make sure that you have a good teacher or guide, but go for it. You should develop it because it will be so abundant for you. It's going to enrich your life so much. And how do you find this? Like no one's going to tell you. No one's going to tell you. We don't live in a culture with shamans. No one's going to tell you. You have to be your intuition is going to be your best teacher here. You are your spiritual guide to a degree, right? You're always your best spiritual guide. This is great. I'm going to see if we can get you just one, maybe two pieces of advice from this storybook deck that I made. And these are just from some stories that I like. Ooh, this is a great card. Kirk and Spock playing chess. This is from the original series of Star Trek. If you've ever seen them playing chess, it's like 3D chess, so it's got like all the different layers. You've probably seen chessboards like this. But anyway, what this means is your higher self, your spirit team, your spirit guides, they're playing 5D chess. So you might be going through some spiritual stuff, or maybe you're tapping into your gifts and you can't figure out what's going on or what you're supposed to be able to figure out right now. Like you might be tapping in and it's a bit foggy where you're trying to see. So this card is a reminder that if you don't know what's going on, remember that sometimes, actually pretty often, you aren't supposed to know, and that's okay. If that frustrates you, remember that there are lots of reasons this can be happening. And it doesn't have to be so ominous. It can just be to surprise you. Like this can purely be to surprise you, because your guides want a nice surprise for you, because they see how hard you've been working, and they can't wait to give you a gift. But it's no fun if it's not a surprise. Another reason could be because something isn't ready to enter the 3D, but it will be soon. So just keep high vibing is the advice in that case. It can also be to build drama, which sounds stupid, right? But this deck is about stories, and life is about stories. Like consciousness is experiencing itself through billions, trillions of different timelines, different stories, right? And you don't want that story to be dull. And sometimes that means building drama, right? For it to be a really good story, you need some drama. This can also be so that your physical self, prone to anxiety as humans can be, so you don't like mess up the vibes, Because if you knew what was coming, you might panic. Panic because it appears so bad, or panic because it appears so good, and like failure, like a fear of failure kicks in, or a fear of success even. Like you might create this energetic wobble if you were to know what's going to occur. So they keep it a secret, right? So what can I do if I can't, like they won't tell me how I can help, and I don't know what's going on? So the most annoying advice, of course, is to be patient. Yep, I know. I hear you. Meditate, like build your spiritual skills. Even if you're being blocked in using them, build them. Meditate, pray, eat well, get adequate sleep. It's like everything your doctor tells you, plus all the spiritual stuff. Drink water, vitamin C. I find that really raises your vibration. So especially if you're going into like a place where you suspect it's going to be pretty low vibe. Like you go into the DMV, pop some vitamin C beforehand. Twofold, it's winter right now when I'm recording this, so it'll also help boost your immunity. Subliminals, self-hypnosis, get on your surfboard is a good piece of advice. So meditation is kind of like getting on a surfboard. When a surfer gets on a surfboard, they don't necessarily know what the waves are going to be like. but they got to paddle out there and be there in case the perfect wave shows up, right? So you're getting out on the surfboard because you love being out on the ocean, because you love the perfect peace of meditation, not for something to happen. Because if you're sitting in meditation trying to force something to happen, anyone who's ever meditated can tell you it's not going to happen. Also, you can do it no expectations, totally neutral, perfect meditation. You feel super in the zone and nothing happens. And it's that's why it's a co-creation. That's why divine timing is a thing. We have to it doesn't happen on our schedule. We just have to tune in often, make it a habit, build the muscle, so that when that perfect wave comes, we're able to receive it, right? So keep doing the routine stuff, even if it feels kind of boring. It's the most important part, those fundamentals. All right, this video is getting a little long. I'm gonna end it there, you guys. Okay, just one more story. I love this story so much. Let's see. This one wants to come out. Gandalf and Frodo in the Long Dark of Moria, Part 2. So this is just more dialogue. So Frodo says to Gandalf, "I wish the ring had never come to me. I wish none of this had happened." And, because the One Ring is sort of the ultimate evil in the world, and it's now Frodo's task to destroy it. And he might die in this pursuit. And the ring weighs very heavy on him. It's like this evil that he can't shake, right? "I wish the ring had never come to me. I wish none of this had happened." And Gandalf the wizard says, "So do all who live to see such times, but that is not for them to decide. All we have to decide is what to do with the time that is given to us. There are other forces at work in the world, Frodo, besides the will of evil. Bilbo was meant to find the ring, in which case you are also meant to have it, and that is an encouraging thought." So this card in summation is about shaking victim mentality with the remembrance of fated divine destiny. So you aren't just destined to do XYZ, it's destined to happen in the timing in which it occurs, which again is not your timetable. So right now you might be feeling a little bit Eight of Swords. Maybe, you've fallen into a little bit of victim mentality, or you're just banging your head against the wall of like, I've done all this stuff, what else do you want from me? And it's just patience and spiritual pursuits, like leaning into your spiritual strengths. And also, you know what to do. And that can be really frustrating to hear when you're like, I'm literally watching this so you can tell me what to do. And to have someone say like, you have all the answers is like, I've turned off many a screen in anger about this before. I totally hear you, but the answers are within, but also within co-creation. So you have to know that you're not doing anything wrong when you're doing the boring stuff. You're doing something right. You just have to keep doing it without expectation, in the remembrance that you will do what you are divinely fated to do exactly when you are divinely fated to do it. Just, if you have a mantra, it's like, I am guided, I know what to do and when to do it. I know exactly what to do and when to do it. I never have to worry because I am guided and I know exactly what to do and when to do it. You guys have got this. Love you. Take care.